Assault in the military is a growing problem. For years, survivors have told Spotlight on America there's no chance for justice because the military lets its own leaders decide how cases proceed.
And now there is optimism that a change is coming, but as national investigative correspondent Josie Sturman explains, despite support from top brass, this is not a done deal.
So in that picture, I was probably the happiest I had ever been.
It's a single photograph on Sasha Georgettis' shelf that brings up the most emotion about her military career.
I wish I could have stayed that way. I had my whole future in front of me. And then just as quickly it was taken away.
Taken away by a sexual assault she says was perpetrated by a fellow sailor in her barracks. After filing a report, she says she told her senior enlisted officer.
And then he comes back and his response to me was, "He's a really good sailor. Do you want to ruin his career?" And I just looked at him and I shrugged my shoulders and I was like, I guess not.
For 3 years, she worked alongside the man she claims assaulted her. She says he was never formally disciplined, with no punishment from any superiors in their chain of command, as her alleged perpetrator continued his rise up the ranks.
Did you see at any point a pathway to justice for what this person did to you?
No. There is a pure bias with chain of commands because they know they're service members. You have to have a third party doing this.
But the military has long handled sexual assault and sexual harassment in-house, relying not on an independent party, but on the chain of command to make the call about cases. It's a system that's been widely criticized, with a Spotlight on America investigation last March uncovering that only a few hundred of the thousands of sex assaults investigated by the military each year actually move forward to trial.
Well, I think we're at a turning point. Change is coming.
Colonel Don Christensen with Protect Our Defender says the 2020 killing of Army Specialist Vanessa Guillen and the subsequent investigation that found a military climate permissive of sexual assault and harassment has prompted a reckoning. In June, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin broke with past leaders, saying the DoD will work with Congress to remove prosecution of sex assault and related crimes from the chain of command.
The important thing is that military leadership should be reading the tea leaves and know this is going to happen, and they should already be starting to work on this.
Should be, but do you think they are?
I doubt it, but they should be.
Because for the first time, there's major support for legislation that would move sex assault cases into the hands of an independent prosecutor within the military. Still, despite momentum and longtime championing from people like Congresswoman Jackie Speer, there's still been no vote on the floor of the House or Senate.
Is Congress to blame in many ways for this?
Congress is to blame. Of course it's to blame, but we're the last to somehow be enlightened on so many issues. I was a lone voice in the wilderness for a number of years, even within my own party. And then it started to evolve where there was a recognition that it's not working. We've got to do something here.
As Sasha waits, she's working for a congresswoman lobbying for veterans' issues. It's a mission that takes her back to the hope she felt as the young woman in that photograph.
She's there. I feel like that she's the reason I've made it to where I am now.
I'm Josie Sturman for Spotlight on America.